Hi guys, this is Wanebum Jude, former high school teacher, and you are welcome to Learning with Richie. On this channel, we talk about immigration issues such as how to look for employment opportunities abroad, how to look for educational opportunities, and I also share with you my experiences as an international student. So if you are new to this channel, you are welcome. Please like the channel, click the subscription button so that whenever I upload a video, you'll be able to get notified. And for my returning viewers, I want to thank you so much for the love and the support. In today's video, I will be talking to you on how to finance your academic or your education in Canada as an international student. So please, if you are interested in knowing those little tips, what you can do to ensure that you conveniently pay as an international student, please hang around. So, for you as an international student to be able to pay a tuition in Canada, what I would advise is by the time you are doing your admission, when you get admission into the college, sometimes it's always advisable when you are doing your visa application to pay part of your tuition. So at that stage, so you don't just leave wherever you're living, maybe whatever part of the world, and you're going to another part for studies without having some funds. Remember, proof of funds is always a requirement. So I would advise, if you are moving to Canada for education, you should probably have your tuition for 1 year. Regardless, maybe if your program is say 4 years or your program is 2 years, ensure to have at least tuition for 1 year. It's very important because when you have your tuition for 1 year, it's going to help you a lot. It's going to save you a lot. So the first thing you need to do is to get your tuition for 1 year, and then you also have rent for at least maybe the first 4 months. So when you have your rent for the first 4 months and your tuition for 1 year, you are good to go. So when you have your tuition for 1 year, what happens? It's like when you come here, you are not under any pressure to start looking for a job immediately. So you will be able to take your time to fit into the system. And once you fit into the system, you start looking for a job. So after you've kind of provided your tuition for an academic year, the next thing you need to do is get, especially for those who are coming who already have maybe you've gotten a bachelor's degree back home, or you have previous education, your educational level which is a little lower than what you have done before. This is pertaining to you. So I will advise you to request your school to get credit transfer. What is credit transfer? Credit transfer is you can apply to your school. Some schools will recommend it for you. You kind of say, okay, maybe I'm coming in, let's say I did a bachelor's degree in accounting before, and I'm doing a postgraduate degree in accounting in Canada, or I'm doing a postgraduate certificate in accounting in Canada. So based on the fact that you have previously studied accounting before at maybe a bachelor's level, you might have some courses which are common, like the courses that you're probably going to be doing right now. You might have some courses which are common with those that you have already done before. So you can request credit transfer by asking. They will ask you to provide a course outline, or what we call the syllabus or the curriculum. You provide the curriculum to the dean or the person who is in charge of academic affairs in your school, and then they will go through it to see if the course description, the content of that course is exactly the same as the content of the course that you'll be doing here. If the content is the same, then they will kind of waive that course, which means they will remove that course under the list of courses that you are required to do. Remember, most of the times the tuition you pay as an international student is per course. So let's take, for instance, you have 10 courses to do, or you have 15 courses to do, and you're able to get maybe to transfer 5 courses. You have 5 courses removed out of the list of your courses. It helps you it reduces the cost they have to pay for tuition drastically. So that's something that you want to consider. Even if they don't tell you, most institutions, they have a policy on credit transfer. So what you need to do is just to find that policy and read it, and then you like contact the person who is concerned in your school and start the credit transfer process. So once you're able to get the curriculum back home, you can furnish it to them, and you have some of those credits transfer, and that way it will save you some money. So if you have that, you have your credit transfer, what's the next thing that you can do? The next thing is for you to look for a job. Yeah, when you come to Canada, don't just come and sit here, because the first thing is that when you convert the money, that no matter the amount of money that you bring from out of Canada, when you convert it to Canada currency, especially I'm talking those who are coming maybe like from other countries. I know Europe and the UK, when you convert their money to Canadian dollars, you have more. But in most of the other countries, when you convert their local currency to the Canadian dollar, it will always be less. So which means you are bringing more money, and that more money from home will be kind of like small here. So when you come to Canada, you don't just want to rely on the money that you brought from home. Like, it's not going to sustain you. So once you have your rent for the first 4 months ready, you know that you can kind of like settle in conveniently without issues. The next thing is that you start looking for a job. Now, what are the type of jobs that you need to look for? I have made another video on the top 5 jobs for international students, and you have the link here, so you can check this link to see those top jobs for international students. So one advice I'll give is, like, do not look for a job which is a minimum wage paying job, because remember, as an international student, you're only allowed to work 20 hours a week. So you want to go for that job that will be paying you more, so that the few hours that you have to work, you are kind of like earning a lot from it. So you look for a job. You can get care jobs. You can, like, when on the other video, the top job that I recommended was personal care or support work. So you can get some of those jobs, and then, like, while doing your studies, you kind of like working. So once you already have the tuition for the first year, so now while you're already, like, you're going to school, you are working and saving some money for, again, like the second year. So you already have the first year taken care of, and whatever you're doing, you're saving up for the next year. So the fourth tip that I will give how to raise your tuition in Canada as an international student is for you to make sure utilize your schedule breaks. Schedule breaks, sometimes, like in each semester you have reading period. At that time, the students are allowed to study and prepare for, like, I think 1 or 2 weeks for their exams. So then it's a schedule break. You can work full time at that time without it affecting your status here as an international student. So make use of your schedule breaks. When there is a schedule break, make sure you are working full time. And most at times, especially during summer, I will advise you to get at least a full-time job and a part-time job. So you do 2 jobs. So the full-time job will be giving you like kind of like 40 hours a week. Sometimes you can put in more than 40 hours, especially in this support job stuff I was talking about, because there's always shortage of staff. So you might want to pick those extra shifts, you know. And if you are not able to, like, get extra hours where you work, okay, then you can kind of like put your schedule in a way, and you get another part-time job to support the full-time that you're doing. So you can put in those hours. Remember, summer, you're like, most of the time summer you're not taking any course, unless you want to take it. Maybe you're taking like an extra course. But if you're not taking any course, what do? Just work, and work. So you can make some money at that time, because you have 4 months to work during summer. So you can use those 4 months to raise huge amount of money. Somebody who is serious can raise maybe like more than fee for 1 semester during summer. So we know, like, sometimes if it's a postgraduate, their tuition might range between maybe like 10,000 to 20,000, and it always, like, it's in the range of maybe like 15,000 or 10,000. So during summer you can work 8,000. You can work 8,000 just for those 4 months. You can work 8,000, 12,000. It depends on the ability and, like, the amount of time that you devote and the type of job that you're doing. Imagine that you are doing a job which is paying above minimum wage, and you're putting in those 40 hours regularly, and you have another one which is a part-time, and maybe like you're doing 20 hours there. So you kind of like, you're counting on 60 hours. Some people can put in more, you know, just depend on your ability. but you should not have put in hours that will break you down. So you put in hours and you weigh your body, see if your body can kind of like accommodate the hours you're taking. You just work, and work, and you know that you're working and saving up for the next term. And also one thing to do is money management. Do not, like, as an international student, do not spend your time here like somebody who is already settled and, like, you know, somebody who has fully integrated itself into the system by maybe going clubbing all the time. You know, those are some of the areas where you will spend your money for, like, you spend your money, which is really something that you don't want to do. I'm not against you going to club or maybe going out to catch some fun, but as a student, you should have those things, but then you should not just concentrate on the fun side without trying to raise money, how you cover your tuition rate. So yeah, those are some of the tips that we can have as far as raising our tuition is concerned. Another point which is very important is to look for bursaries and scholarships. Sometimes there are bursary opportunities offered in various schools, so you just need to put yourself there. As an international student, we have what we call the International Students Office. You always have them there supporting international students. Sometimes they have some little funds that they are putting out to students who are struggling in completing their tuition. You can make use of some of those funds. You can also contact your supervisors for those who are doing research work, or those who have supervisors who have projects who are working on. They can bring you on board some of those their projects, and you have money from there. So you can also explore some of those opportunities. Those are the main tips I could share today for you as an international student, how you can fund your education in Canada without depending a lot on family members or like really digging your hand into your previous savings. So thank you, and please like this video, share with other students or those who think that this video might be helpful to, and don't subscribe, please click the notification button so that whenever I do a video you'll be informed. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next video.